No filter. This is me. Here I sit, growing into my age jacket, accepting my invisibility, rebuking my fragility. Am I irrelevant? Wearing my wrinkles as a sackcloth and ashes? Should I reinvent myself for the applause of the social media masses? Twittering on Twitter, showcasing shells on Insta, scrolling and trolling, perfecting personas on FB, a photoshopping melee, a veil of airbrush sadness. I need more because I am less, filtering faces and not words, subsisting on praises, captive in like cages. The eyes that don't see me, the ears that don't hear me. Should I put on my filter and dance to the hollow beat of a digital trance? A pound of flesh under the knife, erasing evidence of a lived life, fattening up my lips and arse, a fatted calf as a stranger berates me in the looking glass. Are my eyebrows on fleek? Am I scathingly savage enough? Am I too woke or not enough? I log in and await your critique. Let's celebrate the cover and not the book. Post a pic as the panel rates you. Have an opinion and we hate you. Immersing ourselves in the virtual brook. I have wandered the London streets, donning my expiry as an invisibility cloak, as the gaze of the lit quickly retreats before dissolving into the city's big smoke. I have sat with Elliot as we shared despair after shop-worn shared niceties over tea and cakes and ices, exchanging troughs and peaks as we laughed and cried, bitching with Bukowski, waving to Sylvia as we died inside. Empty voices filling the space with speech, their flawless faces behind a screen. Me out of touch, them out of reach. Sorry, I think am I glitching? Where reality in the virtual scheme, I've haunted the void in between. Should I question the truth whilst believing the lie? The hordes flock to TikTok, famous for 15 minutes, to shock, to rock, to mock, to exhibit without limits. But I'm old and the light in their eyes has died. Thank you. The next poem is Bethnal Green. A journey to Bethnal Green. It seems odd to take this path when it does not lead to you. Every weekend, racing to merge, unpacking the whole week's events. When the words faded, a flood of desire, carrying away the world's lament. Now, the words have stopped, the desire terminated. Faded snapshots of memory as I alight at your stop. A cat burglar in your hood, here for my own ends, avoiding detection. The places you stood, in the rush hour trickle and flow, beaming in your manner, the pearly king of banter, lullabies of the bells of Bow. I am the thief of love, taking hearts when mine is broken, unbearable, hopeful longing, unspoken, stealing through the coves of love's end in the East End. Thank you. on the grind, dressed in the threads of adulthood, forging the bonds that bind together in troubled times, when you can't see past the wood, harvesting and investing, delayed gratification, grafting out of your station, consume time without digesting, dreams of someday, get your foot on the property ladder, save on indulgences and work harder, all work and no play. Put in the hours to rise, a promotion or bonus for Jack, greasing the cogs to pick up the slack, strangled by the tie that ties. Grind your bones to make his bread, in a suit suited for ambition, silence, mental health's attrition. There is no success for the dead. Sacrifice for the future, feather your pension to cushion the blow, retire abroad in a rustic chateau, eider down for the stupor, a partner to shoulder the burden, a mortgage to swallow your labor, life's force fueling the conveyor, together picking out curtains. Thank you. The bat and the ball, waiting to be picked, the popularity prefects, bringing relief or dread. If you're from somewhere else, you won't be chosen unless you can help them win. My chances are slim. I am nobody's first pick. The eyes that replay the intolerance served at home. Hattie will choose me. She's a shoo-in, putting all her power behind the bat. The ball's breaking impact as it soars above their heads, light as air. Hattie says, "We gotta have each other's backs. We're all foreigners here." Occasionally accepted as friends, until anger brings the bad words, reserved for the brown hordes, inspired by the angry man on TV, canned laughter, key, key, key. She says, "Bun that, take no crap. We are people too." Dangling acceptance, playground power plays that stalk the days, the face of imperialism mirrored in the shallow pool of childhood schisms. Hattie, a rapid dark streak, bolting towards fourth base. The bats from strong trunks, winning for endurance. Thank you. Breaking, channel hopping, disguising the silence outside, the 6 o'clock news with expert views, a floppy-haired harbinger of doom, a smirking, bungling buffoon, an assassin's Machiavellian ruse, swallowing the bilious contempt inside. The world's grief oozes in with insidious trepidation, salaciously circling the space, bringing sadness in its embrace, for resting heavily on the heart. Once, the bereaved brought out their dead. Today, numbers are broadcast instead. A car horn breaks the stillness, jagged ripples as we break, cracking the crippled impotence, a ghostly, dazed dissonance. The TV clicks off, silence from the hell that we make. Thank you. The Tate. In the Tate on my Todd, a collage of observers lazily oozes through the masters and their muses, a spill of nodding dogs, curbed conversations, Nell Hollowly, Une cage de la folie, captured culture in gold Baroque frames, suckling on past glories, inspired by their beauty, civilized groupies, the modern day bourgeoisie, a painted gaze, escorting you around the room, gushing expression, lingering question, time in her elected costumes, a reassuring testimony of the grace in us all, suffocated and stalled in a consumer's ceremony, a place of restful rumination where still life's still discontent and the rich colors warm, where disassociation finds the art of quelling separation. Thank you. Sorry, this will bring up some. The long goodbye. I see you, Bar. It's you, but not you. I hear you, Bar. A distant echo of you. Your face remains unchanged, still surprisingly wrinkle-free. Yet you are defeatedly changed, resigned, the inching eventuality, avoiding too many visits, able to tolerate only one a week, a world of hurt in each minute, watercolors of you when you speak. One does not need a graveside to grieve. The force and bombacity of you, the arrogance and cunning mischief are gone. It's you, but not you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Surfing the seasons. When spring first welcomed me into her lush fields, heedlessly I ran, making fanciful wishes on dandelions, buoyed by the whispers of wildflower repartee. The world's edge, eternal in the horizon, recklessly tumbling into her wilds, playmates with dawn's daring child, under the watchful eye of the waking sun. When summer arrived in her carnival colors, her invigorating rays, I flourished, presenting a palette of hues, raw-kissed. Audacious buzzing trails the scent of honeyed nectar. How the trees received me with pomp and ceremony, their branches lined with emerald flags. The breezy babble bravado brags, feckless and solar charged for a date with destiny. Then came autumn, and the leaves blew away. The colors faded into subdued browns, burnt breaths of smoldering compost mounds, yearning for the kinder months of yesterday, cradling the warmth of tea and coffee mugs, an onslaught of gales, their breathless bluster driving day into night as light scatters. Once I met peaks with shrugs instead of hugs. Winter wickedly looms, her grey chill bringing dread. The orange blossom despises the cold. The frost bites at her roots and takes hold. An assault of hail and snow that bites and shreds. The clock never goes back more than an hour. The seasons ephemeral, and we immortal. Winters freeze, static, and we fallibly mortal. In heavy darkness, still a glint flowers. Thank you. Mother and son. At that moment, how we laughed, each squeal infecting the other as we struggled to recover, uncontrollably, ludicrously daft. The ecstasy we wept, unrestrained, quivering chests heaving with glee, the freeing laughter of juvenility, mine then, yours now, a portal in time when our aspects aligned, a beautiful feckless fool's domain. My darling boy, how I adored you, a cascade of joy, lifting the heavy hue. Happiness remembered, save, replay, enjoy. So breezily unaware of the ease that you bring, a sorrow-soothing hymn, a saving, answered prayer, aching bellies and bodies folded, gasping for air in between, choking chuckles, our bliss beautifully molded, the air asinine as our legs buckle, a pocket of elation, a keepsake of mine, where memories convene. Thank you. Food bank. In the rooms where we make parcels, stacked up tins and non-perishables, when the virus has hit hard and morale is scarred, we struggle to hold all our marbles. Tailored bags, veggie or meat eater, selecting each item with loving care, feeding the families without a prayer. In the house of the stained glass-eyed preacher, my ties with Islamic culture cater to the tastes of the Ummah in accordance with their sunnah. Dignity beneath the vultures, gluten-free treats for the children, a chocolate for mum to sweeten the glum, community arms in the temple den, plant-based milk for the vegans, generous with pulses and pasta, queues at the door as we pack faster, the dejected flocking to the subsistence heaven. Excitement of something nice, M&S biscuits or a Waitrose dessert, the priceless small pick-me-ups we insert, a leg up for basic human rights. Outside the lofty rose windows, a clattering of jackdaws noisily call. Pre-made bundles conceal the storeroom floor. Misfortune offers no furlough. Protein for the meat eaters, a beef curry or a steak and kidney pie. Taste the Orient, a chicken pad thai, ignored by carnivorous leaders. A fairy cake home baking kit for quality time with the family. Amid poverty making memories, the smell of baking comforting the kids. Those already acquainted with nothing and those who have lost it all, filing into the hallowed hall, the hurt of the broken calls, sometimes thankful, others biting. Each of us, one paycheck away from destitution, there but for the grace of God, the God with the punishing rod. Party politics offers no divine restitution. Thank you. I have loved. I have loved this house in its ordered disorder, each room recalling an event, the stories the walls espouse. I have loved this street when flames of carnival library warmed like a steel pan August sun, pulsing with island beats. I have loved this earth, her breathtaking brushstrokes, a rainbow cornucopia of life beyond the numbing dearth. I have loved its people, the ones who made it good, those who inspired and lifted, who restored faith in people. I have loved, not like fairy tales or the films, not a soulmate or the one, but enough to ease the trudge. Thank you.